Hi, I'm Jason Sterling, and this is the Sims on Sunday show. Still called the Sims on Sunday show, although, I've never been real happy with any of the names I've chosen so far, which is only two, because that's only the second one, but still not happy with either one. And I just got a suggestion today, not really for this, but a suggestion on Twitter from someone said that I should have a show called The Sterling Show, which is basically what this is, except so I think I'll call it like Sterling on the Sims or the Sterling Sims Show. I don't know, something like that. That's the very first thing I'm going to talk about right now because it just happened on Twitter, and so it's fresh in my mind. But so I don't know. But right now it's still called the Sims on Sunday, and so today it's the Sims on Easter Sunday, very special Easter Sunday Sims. Not because I'm going to do anything religious or anything to do with Easter, just because it's Easter. And today, though, what we're going to talk about is there actually something actually did happen this week in The Sims, which I know I was shocked too. There was actually communication, at least a little bit, and there were two things that happened. The first thing was we got an announcement. Last week we got an announcement that we're going to get an announcement, and this week we got the announcement that was announced last week. So the announcement was we're going to get 3 packs coming up in the next 6 months. So essentially through the rest of this year, although I suppose they could slide in an expansion pack around Christmas time again. I think they could do that like they did last year. We'll see. But over the next 6 months, we're going to get 3 packs. It's going to be an expansion pack and a stuff pack and then a game pack. And they said, people are going to be surprised. A lot of people are probably going to be surprised by the expansion pack. And the game pack is something they've never done before. I think that's how they put it. And they were really excited to put it out. Okay, great. I still kind of think that the next pack could be farming. I do think that. They've done farming before, so technically a game pack wouldn't be farming either. They did kind of farming. It wasn't really a pack, but they did farming through the Sims store for the Sims 3. So I do think that farming could be in an expansion pack still, the first thing. And I think the reason why it might surprise people is maybe the tack they'll take to implement it, to execute it. Because I could really see maybe something more like a homestead pack, sort of like, Frontierville with maybe a sort of a goal-based gameplay of developing, your farm. I could kind of see that. I definitely think that would work. So maybe that'd be the big surprise for people, would be the take on it. And then follow probably the stuff pack. I think was going to be the stuff pack, the community stuff pack. The knitting pack. We're nearly done. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be they'll wait until, early next year. But I think it's nearly finished if they've been working on it all this time. And I think that'll be the stuff pack. And then the game pack is something they have not done before, in quotes. Okay, great. So I think my thought there is it could be like maybe a carnival. And if it was a small town type carnival, it would tie in to farming and into knitting. And so you'd have, because a lot of times they do that, I feel like, with an expansion pack followed by a stuff pack followed by a game pack, kind of like with City Living and then Vintage Glamour and then Vampires. I always felt kind of all tied together and kind of went together, and so that's what I can see happening here. Now they have done a sort of carnival before, again with The Sims 3 in the Sims 3 store. I think it was called Boardwalk or something, and it was like a whole bunch of carnival type stuff. So they've kind of done that before, but not really as official pack for Maxis per se. So I think that could be the game pack. That's my guess. Again, I have absolutely zero reason for thinking this except that it came to me in a dream, and that's it, because there's no other reason really to suspect that. But that is kind of what I think. That is kind of what I think, is that it might be those 3 things. As far as timing, they said over the next 6 months. I'm going to expect an announcement for an expansion pack. I'm going to guess the end of this month. Towards the end of this month, first of next month. And then stuff pack in the summertime, and a game pack probably in September. And especially if they're going to try to fit in another expansion pack at the end of the year, like they did before. I'm going to guess for that game pack to come in September. So that's me, my guess. We'll see how well I do. I'm probably way off. It probably has nothing to do with that or something. One thing I thought about farming. This is one thing I thought about farming, and I said this once before on the forums, that I thought it would be cool if they did farming where you colonize 6M. Like you went to 6M, however you want to pronounce it, the alien world, and you did a colony there. But the farming would work in all the other worlds, but that would be kind of set up. And then they could further develop 6M, which a lot of people, by a lot of people I mean me, were disappointed in the 6am execution in Get to Work. So it might be really cool if they did do farming that way, where it was you colonize the planet of 6am and maybe fleshed out aliens some more. And I know I can already hear some people bitching that, but we got that with Get to Work. It's not fair. I don't care. I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear that it came with Get to Work and it shouldn't ever be used again. I don't want to hear that. And I don't even care if they patch it into the base game. I don't care about any of that. I just would like to see them do a really good pack with a neat new twist on it. And I think that'd be a neat new twist on it. And I would like to see 6am, be developed further and kind of fleshed out. So anyway, that was something I did think about. And I think that would surprise a lot of people. And I think they would kind of be, really, it'd be something really new and fresh. So maybe that's what's coming for farming. I don't know. But that's an idea. It's an idea. The other thing that happened this week, I'm sure some of you heard, we got an update. Which is great. I always like getting an update. I always like for things to be fixed, bugs and glitches, because there are hundreds of them, some of them major. And instead, what they fixed this time, I don't even remember what all was in it. I don't. Just stuff. But I do remember one thing. One thing they fixed was some stupid thing people were doing in order to somehow maybe upload custom content paintings to the gallery. I don't know. I'm still not even real sure how it worked, but something to that effect. And I've kind of seen that before, so maybe it was to stop this. I don't know. And a lot of us, myself included, a lot of people are like, why? Why? That doesn't hurt anything. What was the big deal? I'm one of those people. I do feel that way. Like, what was the big deal with that? That had to be done and spend resources on that, which, like I said before, resources means money. So resources on that. What in the world for? Why? Why? I don't know. So, but they did it. They did it, to stop people from doing that. Now, the only thing I heard once from one person was, well, that would stop people. People would be able to upload pornographic art in that fashion to the gallery. And I suppose they could. But there are other ways of doing that that are not addressed and haven't been taken care of. So I can't believe that'd be the case, because there are other ways of doing that. I'm not going to go into them right now because Maxis doesn't need anybody else thinking about it and doing it. But there are ways of doing that have not been addressed. So I don't really get this. I don't get that. My only hope is that somehow it was just not very much effort. I hope it was not very much effort. I really do. I think it was some effort. I do. I don't think it was easy. Even if they come forward and say it was real easy, I don't think it was real easy. And so far, no one's come forward and said it was real easy. So I think that probably did take some effort. And I've seen several people of late suddenly come forward and say that they have figured out a way to build off lots, or to set stuff off lots real, easily. And they're working on mods for it, which makes me think what Maxis did was basically expand the recognizable definition of a lot outside its borders. So, because what this was somehow they were putting like custom content paintings on another lot and then uploading the lot next to it, and that would capture an image of the painting or some such nonsense. Not real sure, but somehow they were doing that, which makes me think that Maxis kind of expanded the boundaries of the lots so the gallery can read what's nearby, but not actually on the lot, and then know whether or not that's custom content. And so that makes me think that it wasn't that easy. It also makes me think, if they could do that, why the fuck haven't they done it before? Well, why haven't they given us the ability to make lots bigger? Why haven't they given us the ability to place things and be off lot with build stuff, if that's what happened? And I don't know if that's what happened. Keep in mind, hell, I don't work there. That's just a theory. I know they had to do something, and I think it took effort. And even if it didn't take effort, even if it was just a little bit of effort, we hear that a lot. We hear that, oh no, that was real easy for us to fix, so we did that. And that was really easy to fix, so we did that. How about if we just stop for a little bit and we take all these little things that are so easy to fix and we don't fix them because nobody cares. Like, nobody gave a fuck about the gallery, except for maybe Maxis themselves. Nobody else cared. One person. The one person talked to me did, out of thousands of people on Twitter, cared. Nobody else cared about that. Nobody cared. So we took all this stuff, this little stuff, we put it together, and we fixed one big thing like Discover University's missing presentation board, which is a major component of their game, of the gameplay of that game. There's more than that. There's hundreds of bugs and glitches. So, but why don't we do that? Why don't we work on a big one? really impacts a lot of people. People really care about. That's what I think. Because it ties into into this. As a game changer, or as not a game changer, as just someone who would review packs, I recommended Discovery University. A lot of people did, and I do like it. I still like it. It's a good game, but it makes you feel really stupid, and it makes you feel like a fool when you recommend something. When you review something and you tell people it's good and you recommend it, and then it breaks after a couple of months and it's not fixed immediately. It makes me feel like a fool for even recommending it, because it should work. If someone watches that review today and they go out and buy Discovery University today and then they get it home and it doesn't work, or they download it and it doesn't work, that's not fair to them. It's not fair to me either. To recommend something and then it breaks and it doesn't get fixed. It doesn't get fixed immediately. That's my rant. That's my rant on that. And it deserves a rant. It does. It deserves a rant, and that's the way I feel about it. So, I'm still kind of pissed. I'm kind of pissed that this gallery thing took priority over, say, the Discovery University problem, which is 15 pages on EAHQ. And hardly anybody goes there and reports this stuff. Hardly anybody. And there's 15 pages of it on EAHQ, which tells me there's a bunch of people with this problem. And it should have been addressed first. Okay? Major gameplay items that are broken, that people have paid for, need to be addressed first. That's the end of that discussion. Okay. And also, like I said, people are putting porn. This is going to be a funny part. The people have been putting porn. People were worried that, you could upload, one person was worried that you could upload porn using this trick to the gallery. Like I said, there's lots of other ways to upload porn that could be done, so that's really didn't take care of that problem. And someone showed me online, they showed this picture that came with City Living that I guess is supposed to vaguely represent a male penis. And I missed that. I did miss it. I've used that picture. I thought it was like a Nike swoop or something, but it does look like that. It does look like that. So actually, Maxis uploaded their own porn. They're guilty for that one. But I didn't get it. I mean, someone actually didn't have to point that out to me. I mean, I did not recognize that for a penis, and I have seen a lot of penis, so I should have recognized it, and I didn't. But someone pointed it out, and it's the white picture from City Living. If you're rushing right now to your game to look it up. Or maybe I'll put it in comments. Maybe I'll just put a picture of it in comments. Or I'll put a picture here. Actually, when I go in and edit this, I'll put a picture right now, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So anyway, someone pointed that out, that Max is already guilty. And I promise you there's other ways. There are other ways. I'm not going to go into it here. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on how you can make porn to put on a gallery. But there are other ways. And yet I never see anybody come forward and say, hey, I found porn on the gallery. Look, I found this porn on the gallery. Maxis is sharing porn. And you know right now, if someone found porn on the gallery, it would be viral on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Hell, they'd make the news. They'd put like COVID backseat front story. Maxis spreads porn on their gallery to children. And it would be a huge story, be this big deal. And yet, who's ever heard that? Nobody's not a single person's heard that. Nobody. If I haven't heard it, I know nobody else has heard it. So I know that was a non-issue. That's the point. That's the point right there. I know the gallery thing was a non-issue, because if it was an issue, oh my God, we would have heard about it. It would have been everywhere. It would have been on everything. You would have had some chick or guy or someone out there just screaming and beating and, Maxis is spreading porn and it's wrong and my child's gone blind now. He saw it and he went blind and yeah. So anyway, that's what would have happened. And it didn't happen, so I don't believe it was an issue, and I think they wasted the resources on it. And that's it for next week. I have no idea what's going to happen next week. Maybe we'll get more announcements. It seems too early for an announcement for an expansion pack. Maybe we will get it next week. Maybe there will be... I think it's still going to be a couple weeks down the road, but maybe. We'll see. Otherwise, all I'm going to talk about, we'll see what's coming next week. And if you're watching this, playing in the background, I'm actually working on a build that's coming up. I've got several builds coming for my storyline, the RM Cascadian, for the town of Newcrest. And this is a Newcrest build that's going on, that I'm working on in the background, just to have something there. And somehow I've actually gotten to getting my voiceovers onto the end of this series, this season of the RM Cascadian. It's still going slow. I changed it a whole bunch of times. It's really different for me to do this. I'm not a voice actor. And so it's coming slow, but hopefully that's going to be out in the next couple of days. And in the meantime, I look forward to seeing you next week. Hopefully something happens to talk about. If not, I'll just make something up. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.